Are you ready for some high school football with John Huddleston and Gary Harris? Covering all your local high school football highlights and scores. And now, Football Friday on WVUA.
Welcome into week number 8 of Football Friday, everybody. John Huddleston will join me later in the program. Before we get to our action tonight, still looking for a few scores. If you've got some scores, give us a hand and dial 205-348-7000. Let me tell you what we're looking for. We're looking for Akron at Jacksonville Christian, Pickens Academy at Lakeside Academy, and also the Paris South Lamar score. If you've got any of those 3 scores or any scores, give us a call, 205-348-7000. All right, well, it took 8 weeks, but I tell you what, it feels like football out there tonight, nice and cool. We've got a jam-packed show for you as teams begin to jockey for playoff position. 9 games on the menu this evening. And we're going to get it started with a big rivalry game, a Class 5A Region 3 matchup between a pair of Tuscaloosa City schools, Bryant and Central. Our Sam White over at Falcon Field covering this game for us. And, you know, Bryant had to be considered a big favorite, but Central, showing some pride, battled hard tonight. Let's pick it up on the opening kickoff. The Falcons kicking off, and this is not the way they wanted to get started at home. Darius Williams grabs the line drive, makes a couple of tacklers miss, and he comes right into your living room here. That is a 40-plus yard return. And then on the first play of the game, it looked like it might be easy for the Stampede. Brock Hall hands off to Rico Crooks, and he's gone. 7-0, Stampede on top. Bryant with the ball again, and Brock Hall, who used to be the quarterback for Central, now the quarterback for Bryant, is picked by Nathan Carter. Central, as I mentioned, they battled tonight. Vincent Davis hands it off to Kevondre Watford for a gain of 15 yards as he puts the head down. Central ball on the Bryant 15. Davis to Terrell Hill. Nice stop fade. Touchdown. Central missed the extra point. This was a ball game, 9-6, but in the second half, the Stampede opened up a big lead, and Bryant goes on to win it tonight by the final of 40-14. I mean, this was close. And in the third quarter, Bryant kind of built the lead, and then in the fourth quarter, they put it away. So the Stampede picked up a big region victory over their rival, the Central Falcons, tonight. All right, Sipsey Valley at home tonight, taking on Hale County. Our John Huddleston and Darren Foote covering this game. And it was homecoming for Sipsey Valley. Now, remember, this is the first year of Sipsey Valley High School. But still, they had a homecoming tonight, looking for their first win of the season. But it was Hale County that would spoil that. However, early on it looked good. Ladarius Manson finds a hole and takes it in for the touchdown. Hale County up 14-0. Sipsey, though, answers. LaQuentin McKinstry busts through and breaks through and is gone, 29 yards. It was 14-6. Second quarter, though, Hale County on the move again. Parker Anderson to Nick Browder. That's a first down. Hale County, though, would have to punt. But right before halftime, Browder takes the handoff and takes off. 50 yards later, he's in the end zone. 21-6 Wildcats at this point, and Hale County goes on to spoil Sipsey's first homecoming, 41-13. So the Bears remain winless, and the Wildcats get a nice victory tonight. All right, last night, Tuscaloosa County High in Class 6A Region 5 action traveled to Birmingham to take on the Carver Rams, and the Wildcats playing some D. Cedric Powell gets hit, turns it loose, and the Wildcats recover 1st and 10 at the Carver 13. A couple of plays later, they cash it in. Patrick Henderson scores from 2 yards out. 2-point conversion, no good. They went for 2 all night because the kicker was suspended. County High up 6-0. And looking for more still in the first quarter. Tyler Gates, the sophomore, finds Markeldon Washington for the touchdown, 12-0. Second quarter now, Gates throws the screen to Darian Ranson, and why not throw the screen? He makes one guy miss, and that's all he needed. Cuts it back, and he is off to the races. 62 yards all the way down to the 1 yard line. First and goal from the Wildcats, for the Wildcats, and from there, Malik Chin would pound it across. Two-pointer good this time. It was 20-0, and County High goes on to win big. 41-8 was the final last night. Wildcats take the victory. Well, we're going to take our first time out here on Football Friday, but please stay with us. Still to come, both Hillcrest and Northridge played region games in Birmingham tonight. Exciting ones. We'll have highlights from both. But straight ahead, the Brookwood Panthers are an improved football team this season, but were they good enough to hang with defending Class 5A state champion Demopolis? We'll find out next when Football Friday returns here on WVUA TV.
We're the Gordas Varsity Cheerleaders. You're watching Football Friday on WVUA TV.
Welcome back, everybody. There is no doubt who the big dog is in Class 5A Region 3. Defending state champion Demopolis. But the Brookwood Panthers came into tonight's game with 3 wins this season and confidence that they could compete against the Tigers, and they certainly did for a while. Stephen Ray covering the game for us on senior night out at Brookwood. We're going to pick it up on the opening possession of the game. Demopolis on 4th down. And watch this alignment, the big splits, and they go for it, and it pays off. Ben Pettis finds James Wilson. That's a 33-yard gain down to the 1. They would score on the next play to go up 7-0. But Brookwood comes right back on their first possession. Tevin Davis pounds it across from a yard out. PAT was blocked. 7-6, Demopolis on top. Demopolis gets the ball back, and that same combination, Pettis to Wilson again, this time for 48 yards, and this time he gets it across the goal line. Demopolis missed the PAT. It was 13-6 Tigers. Brookwood comes back again. Davis, who's a good-looking back, gets those shoulders square and just powers his way for a 21-yard gain. First and goal. Same drive, second quarter. Blake Heron, the quarterback sneak. That tied it at 13. We had ourselves a ball game, but in the second half, Demopolis gets cranked up, and Demopolis goes on to win it tonight. 44-13, the final score. All right, American Christian at home against Haneyville Central. It was homecoming out at ACA. Our Alex Cordry and Sarah Chovnik covering it for you. We're going to pick it up early on. Haneyville Central trying to get something going, but it's picked off by Tyler Hughes. That's a touchdown, 30 yards. Tyler Hughes was a thief tonight. Again, the interception. ACA had 5 interceptions in the first quarter alone, 4 of them by Hughes. He gets an 18-yard return there. That sets up Daniel O'Quinn, who takes it in for the touchdown. It's 14-0. But you want another interception by Hughes? Right here. His 3rd of the night. ACA rolls. Boy, what pass defense did the Patriots play tonight? 69-12 over Central Haneyville. All right, Tuscaloosa Academy at home against Cooper Academy. John Finley handling the video chores for us in this game. Homecoming out at TA. And TA goes right down the field, and from 4 yards out, Javion Walton scores. It's 7-0 Knights. Still in the first quarter, Jonathan Plott. Watch this nice little seam route here. The Carter Standifer takes a big lick, but that's a first down, 20-yard reception. Second quarter, same drive. Plott to Kendrell McNeil. And McNeil right into your living room for 6. That made it 14-0. Next drive, same combination. Plott to McNeil. Looks almost like the same play. Again, it's a touchdown, 21-0, and TA goes on to roll tonight, 42-8. Big win for the Knights. Well, we're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere. Still much more to come here on Football Friday on WVUA. John Huddleston will join me for our Alabama-Ole Miss preview. But first, the Hillcrest Patriots were looking to improve to a perfect 8-0 tonight with a win at Gardendale. Highlights are straight ahead on WVUA's Football Friday.